It's 6:47 a.m. right now, and after the usual airport routines. Pro tip, if it's possible, don't check any luggage in. Look at that line! 네, 감사합니다. Get your internet. Now I'm here. It gets cut off there because from security till now, apparently I'm not allowed to take any kind of footage. So I don't really know how Casey Neistat does it, but I guess he just does it and tries not to get caught. Gear is important, I'm not denying that. Why else would I be flying to Hong Kong for one day to sell these bad boys and buy a GH5 over there? The simple answer is because it's way, way, way cheaper to do that in Hong Kong. Yes, including the price of the ticket than it is to sell and buy camera gear in Korea, which is nuts. It really is nuts. Anyways, back to gear. Sunny Dahae.
Good morning, everyone.
Joan Kim.
Good afternoon, everyone.
And it's Gina Kim.
Hey, everybody.
All use Canon Vixias or Vixia Minis. They also use G7Xs, also Canon. Xander and I use Sony A7S2s, but we're going to be swapping one out for a Panasonic GH5, which is why I'm going on this trip. What if you don't have the budget for an extra camera? Nowadays, everybody has a smartphone, so today's mission for me, it's a personal mission, really, it's a challenge, is to see if I can make an interesting vlog, something that's worth watching, just with a smartphone. Well, okay, I lied. It's not just with a smartphone. I have a video mic me plugged into my Galaxy S7 Edge. It's not sponsored. How would Samsung sponsor this? And a Joby Gorilla Pod, the smaller version of what Casey Neistat uses. All the pieces of equipment that I mentioned will be written in the description box below. We'll see if this setup is good enough, or if I'm good enough, to make an interesting vlog out of this day trip to Hong Kong. See you guys on the other side. Hello from the other side. This side meaning Hong Kong. I'm not really sure why they bother banning nail clippers or like little nose hair scissors. If they're gonna give you full-on metal knives, like everybody had a little metal knife to eat with. Always choose the omelet. Unless you're a risk taker, unless you're a gambler, because you can't fuck an omelet up that badly. Anyway, being sidetracked, I'm finally here. It is now 11 o'clock, like exactly 11 o'clock. The plane left late. I have to be back here by 4 o'clock if I'm being a risk taker. And I believe if I take a taxi, it'll take me about half an hour to get back here. I have to leave Mong Kok at 3:30. To be safe, again, not a risk taker, it'll give me 3.5 hours because it'll take me till 11:30-ish, 11:40-ish to get to Mong Kok from the airport. So we'll see if I can do it. This is a 3-hour amazing race to get to Hong Kong, sell the Sony, get a GH5 and land. Oh, I have to take everything off now to get through security or something. Welcome to America. One of the biggest reasons why I came to Hong Kong and why Xander's not doing this little challenge is because I'm a Hong Kong permanent resident, if you guys didn't know from our Hong Kong videos, which means I went straight through immigration. So that's saved on a lot of time, a lot of waiting time. And now I'm gonna do something that I've never done before. I'm going to exchange money at the airport. Never exchange money at the airport. I mean, no matter what, you have to, because for example, taxis here don't take credit card. Unless you call an Uber, which is illegal in Hong Kong, you're going to have a little bit of cash just to get into the city before you go to one of the currency exchanges. But this time around, since I'm not really doing anything, I'm only here for 3 hours, I just need enough money to taxi into the city to Mong Kok. It saves time. It only takes, I think, 30 minutes to get there by taxi, and enough money for taxi back. And maybe like one meal. Because the rest of it is just gonna be me selling to Sony and using the money to get the GH5. Yo, hit us up, tourism board, hit us up. Okay, so you can see there that they're buying US for 7.3. So for every US dollar is 7.3 Hong Kong dollars. Outside, if you bargain enough, you can drop it down to like a 2% difference. Whereas here, they're giving it to you for a 6% difference. Which is why you never change your money at the airport, but we gotta do it this time. So because of the rate, I'm getting $731. Money! Always get into a red taxi. Cool thing about Hong Kong is when you go to the taxi area at the airport, the attendants there will ask you where you need to go, and then they'll give you this little slip. This little slip will give you an estimated fare so that you know whether or not the taxi driver is cheating you. We'll see how close to the 265 to 270 Hong Kong dollars it takes to get to where we need to go. Here in Mong Kok, I'm making my way to Sim City now. The meter read $233.50 50 cents Hong Kong. He did a little bit of mumbling and then came up with 280 Hong Kong dollars. And I was like, what? And then he said it was the bridge fee. I'm guessing he also included the $6 charge for putting my bag in the back. If your hand carry bag is placed in front with you, it's free of charge. So don't be a sucker like me. Make sure you carry your carry-on into the car with you. Otherwise, it's $6 a piece of baggage. It is now 12 o'clock. I left the airport at 11:23 according to the little ticket. 37 minutes to get here. 4 minutes over what I had estimated, but we've got 4 minutes to spare, right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just hope that somebody at SimCity wants to buy the Sony camera. And then it's time to hunt for a secondhand GH5. And if no one has that, then I'm gonna have to look at a list of stores that Xander searched up that shows the stores in Mong Kok that sell the GH5 for the lowest prices. But that's gonna be a bitch though, because they're all over Mong Kok. It's not just concentrated in one building like SimCity is. For those of you who don't know, SimCity is like a plaza for used cameras. Used electronics in general, actually. It's in Mong Kok on Sai Yung Choi Street and Shantung Street. There's that little intersection. This road up here is Sai Yung Choi Street. That road over there is Shantung Street. I don't know if you can see it. It's like there. That means you turn left when you see that. I believe this little entrance right there, that little black cove right there. So this is welcome downstairs, which is like a supermarket. And this is SimCity. A few moments later. Great success, guys. Come to this place right here, Digital Place. It's literally right up the stairs when you come into SimCity. If you want to sell your cameras or anything like that. They gave me a great price, even though my lens, I was missing the hood, I was missing the lens cap. I know it's like not that expensive, but it is extra time and extra money for them to you know, recover the originals, to be able to sell it as like an original second-hand item. But yeah, no, they checked everything, was real fast, and then, you know, I told them what kind of price I was expecting, which was way over what the Koreans were willing to offer. And then he gave me a price that I was very happy with. It was like 70% of retail. So I just stopped off at just a random currency exchange right here. So they're buying the US dollar, each US dollar for 7.6, which is exactly what I said before. $1 US at a 1.5% profit means that they should be buying it for $7.68 Hong Kong. So I wasn't far off the mark. Do not ever trade lots of money at the airport. Only enough to get you where you need to go, and then find just any random currency exchange and you'll be able to get a much, much, much better rate. Could I got him a better price? Maybe, if I bargained enough, maybe if I wasn't so desperate, if I didn't have a time constraint, right? But considering I reached my LAS, the least acceptable settlement, of 70% of retail price, I was very happy. So this is kind of how you gotta negotiate, right? Everybody has the least acceptable settlement. The max or the lowest they're willing to give out something for. They gave me a number. It was their first number. The number that they were willing to give me, that they pretended like that's the most that they could give me. But it was within the range that I was happy with, so I took it. I don't bargain for pride. I don't bargain to feel like I got a deal. I bargain to get what I need as quickly as I can get it. And if sometimes that means that I lose a little bit of money, then I lose a little bit of money. But I'm happy, they're happy, everybody's happy. It's a good deal. The person was nice enough to say that most of the stores are actually closed until 1:30. So he told me to go grab something to eat and then come back when all the stores are open to be able to find a good deal on the GH5. So here I am with my Hong Kong milk tea and a beef brisket noodles, which I'll show you right now. Tender beef briskets. Let's see if I can do this. Look at that fat glistening. Look at that. Mmm. And of course, the noodles. These are egg noodles, and they're super bouncy and pretty much always al dente. You can leave them in the bowl for like 10 minutes. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they make it here in Hong Kong. Outside of Hong Kong, even in Canada, right? In these kind of noodle places, you leave the noodles in there for like 5 minutes and they're already super soft. But in Hong Kong, they stay chewy, they stay bouncy, and this is just something that's crazy to me. If this was in Korea, all day, every day, Hong Kong pride. They have condiments on the side, you know, salt, pepper, and also chili oil. I like putting just a tiny bit of chili oil into my noodles to give it just like a little bit of heat. Not too much, because, well, again, some of you love heat, but I like just a little bit of heat. It lifts the whole dish. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. Oh, a little bit of a secret. You know, I'm not actually here to sell or buy cameras. I'm here to eat Hong Kong food. That's what I'm doing here. I really miss this. I mean, I love Korean food, but Hong Kong food is something else. Finished in 5 minutes. Speaking of time, it is now 1:03, but that means I have another half hour that I could be sitting here because I don't want to go back out there. It's super hot. Like, I'm super sticky. Everything is just sweat. I don't like that. It's not a good feel. So I ordered another milk tea just so I can chill here for a little bit, not awkward and taking up someone's seat. It's super empty in here. Like there's nobody. So I don't feel bad taking up like a customer's spot, I guess. Plus I paid for another milk tea, right? I get my 30-minute time, my sitting time. Hong Kong milk tea though. Oh, I could drink this all day and get fat off it. Embrace the fat life. You want to see a magic trick? Okay, back on track on the mission. The success of this mission relies completely on how cheap I can get the GH5 compared to what I can get it for in Korea. If the cheapest I can get is what Xander has found for us, then that's already amazing. I did the calculations. We've already come out $460 on top. That's including the costs of all the food that I ate, the taxi transportation, and the plane ticket. I'm trying to find second-hand ones, so hopefully we can find it for even cheaper than what he found. Bad news, maybe 4 or 5 stores in SimCity all said that there's almost no way that the GH5 will be available secondhand because it's so new. That's saying the same for the Mark II as well for the 1235 Panasonic. So I have no other option but to go to the stores that Xander found because the prices here at SimCity were all higher than that. So to Argyle Street. First stop seems to be in this giant secondhand electronics plaza, G102. It's on this floor. G is like the ground floor. This G98, G101. Oh, that's G102. Okay. Let's see if I can talk some sense into anything. First location is a bust. They have no stock, and they said that it's based on reservations. Like you gotta order it in ahead of time. And then I also asked about the GH5, and they said they only have it after 6. And obviously, I have to get back to the airport. You know, I have to leave Mong Kok by 3:30. So yeah, that's the bust. When you have to negotiate something and you're happy with it, it's different from when you're expecting the places that have something on offer, a price that they've made public, and then they don't have it. So frustrating at this point. Frustrating! This is the second location, the President Commercial Building. I don't know what it is. It's on 608 Nathan Road, first floor. If this is a bust, I'm just gonna go back to SimCity and get it at their price because their price is basically only like at the lowest that I can get based on Xander's finds. It's gonna be like $46 US difference. Basically, what we're doing is we're trying to get a free battery. That's the price difference. It's a bust. It didn't work out, so I'm just gonna stop off one more time at one of the big retailers to see what the price difference is, and then go head back to SimCity if the price difference is too great. But we'll see. Broadway, this big store, sells it for $15,300. That is way over what we were expecting. Now I don't know if we came out on top or not. I'll have to do some math. Let's just hope SimCity gives it to us for a really, really good price. Great success. SimCity is where you need to come. I literally combed through every store going, is there a GH5 body? Do you have a GH5 body? Do you have a GH5 body? And finally someone said yes at 12,180 Hong Kong dollars, which is amazing because that means that including the lens and about 2 extra like off-brand batteries, it came out to 18,050 Hong Kong dollars, which comes out to around 2.63 million Korean won, which is 600,000 Korean won cheaper than what we could get in Korea. And for the A7S and the Sony lens, I was able to get it for 22,000, which means I came out hella on top compared to what I could have gotten in Korea. I'll do a little bit of math maybe when I'm on the plane or at the airport to see if this was really as successful as I think it is in my head, or if I'm full of shit and this was just like a little, like a, what is it called? A goose chase? A rabbit hunt? I don't know what it's called. My English is deteriorated since living in Korea for so damn long. I could have given up. I could have been like, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna find it. But then like, no. I don't want to waste no money. I don't want to waste my time. I would have felt so bad if I had to pay those ridiculous prices and then found out that, oh, there's a store that actually sold it for exactly the price that we wanted. But where's the lemon tea? Anyways, Yes? No. Oh, no? Okay, sorry. Okay, well, as you saw, I wasn't allowed to film in there, but when I went to the lemon tea section, they were all just like on the shelf. None of them were in there, like the cooled section, so I walked back out. I'm just gonna go find a Vita lemon tea, which is something else that's pretty much only found in either a Chinese markets abroad or Hong Kong. So yeah, once I get that, I'll find the airport bus and then head back to the airport and wait there for hours to get on my flight back home. I'm coming home. Of course, before leaving to the airport, I went to a money exchange to turn back my Hong Kong dollars into American, because I think you lose a lot more if you go to Korean, because Korean is a less used or a less exchanged currency. And with no bargaining whatsoever, I switched over about 4,000 Hong Kong dollars and I got 505 American dollars back. If you go by the XE rate, I would have gotten $511 back. It was only a $6 difference, which is a 1.1% profit margin off them. And I'm completely happy with that kind of rate. Here, grabbing the 821 outside of Mong Kok Station, E2, exit E2. 33 Hong Kong dollars versus 280 Hong Kong dollars on a taxi and 90 Hong Kong dollars for the Airport Express. Living it cheap. Here it is, 821. 33. Airport buses are also double-decker buses. I'll try to go upstairs. It's very steep though. Ugh. Oh, but there's a lot more room. Ooh, that was an ordeal. I don't know how easy it was for you guys to watch. It must have been a crazy shaky cam sequence. I'm gonna reward myself with some Vita lemon tea. Not sponsored, by the way. Oh. That's the stuff. The story come full circle. I am back in an airport, ready to come back to Seoul, and the mission was a success. I did the math in the bus. We came out 294,000 Korean won on top, including taxi to Mong Kok, the food I ate, the drinks I drank, and also the bus back. That's insane. How you can go to another country, come back, and still save money. So for anybody that has the time in Korea, don't buy any electronics in Korea. Buy them outside of Korea. Go to Hong Kong, go to Singapore, go to anywhere you could go home, somewhere, Taiwan, China, somewhere, just not in Korea. What do you guys think? This is the first time I've done a vlog on a phone. Does the quality distract or is it worth watching? I don't know. If it is worth watching, that's encouragement for a lot of you that are like, well, how do I start YouTube? I don't have a camera, I don't have any money. Well, you have a phone. The mic costs like 60 bucks. GorillaPod thing costs like 80 bucks with the head. With their head, you can buy a cheaper head. So for maybe like 160 bucks extra, you can start doing your own vlogs if you think that you have an interesting story to tell. And that's another happy ending. So I had the choice between the bibimbap or the seafood fried noodles, and this time I went for the seafood fried noodles just because I hate bibimbap. Also this time I got pineapple juice and a whole can of beer. Although the bibimbap did come with miyeokguk, so I'm pretty sad about that because I like hot soup.